I guess I do a couple of things that are maybe a little bit unconventional. I think most property managers probably call a electrician to deal with exterior lighting that's up high, but I always call sign people. I never call an electrician to work on a pole light in a parking lot. I always call a sign company. Sign companies work much more reasonably. They have the right equipment and they know what they're doing. If you're just replacing ballasts and light bulbs, you don't have to be a licensed electrician. But sign companies always have a bucket truck, and they always work much more reasonably than an electrician. So if I've got a wall pack is a light fixture on the wall, exterior wall of a building. If I've got a wall pack that's not working and it's more than about 12 feet off the ground, I call a sign company. If I've got a pole light that's not working, I call a sign company. And then interior lighting is a constant. Every building has constant problems with interior lighting. I make a point. This is one of my methodologies. If I've got a space that's turning over, a tenant moved out, new tenant's moving in, you have to probably go in and paint and do some flooring, move a few walls, et cetera, et cetera. But I always deal with lighting. If the space is more than 5 years old, say it's 8 or 10 years old, when you walk through, you can see the lights are all different colors. You've got the fluorescent fixtures, the 2x4 fluorescent fixtures. And one's going to look kind of yellow, one's going to look white, one's going to be halfway between, and that doesn't look good. And it's the nature of what always happens in an office building over time. Some fixtures get used more than others. Some bulbs fail. Some last a long time. So I always, as part of a tenant refresh, have a new tenant moving in. I'm going to paint and carpet, paint and some type of new flooring. I'll always go through and refresh the lighting and generally replace all of them because it makes the space look so much better. And you don't have the constant calls from the new tenant about a light being out. And to me, that's important. You talk about energy consumption and retrofitting light fixtures, and I know there's a lot of companies out there providing those kind of services, and they'll come in and make a lot of calculations about how much energy they can save, and I'm skeptical of a lot of those numbers. But I do think LED lighting is more efficient, and the cost of the fixtures, the cost of the bulbs has come down dramatically in the last 2 or 3 years. So it now makes sense to start retrofitting fixtures. So when you look at doing a retrofit or a LED upgrade, there's different ways that you can approach it. You can say, well, I just want to change all the fixtures. And that may or may not be the best approach. And generally, I think it's not the best approach. If you have a quality fixture in place, for instance, a wall pack, a good quality wall pack on the side of a building should last at least 20 years. And you don't very often in the buildings I manage, I don't think have any that are 20 years old. So you've got a quality fixture already on the building. So you can go buy a new LED fixture, take the old one down and put the new one up. And if you pay an electrician to do that, you're probably looking at about $500 or $600 per fixture to make that happen. And what are you going to do with the old fixture? It's quality. Cast aluminum fixture. You throw it in the dumpster? So that's not what I do generally. I prefer to leave the fixture and just retrofit it with a new bulb. So you eliminate the ballast, wire the 110 circuit directly to the socket, and then just screw in a quality LED bulb. It's going to use less energy, it's going to be less maintenance, and it's going to provide a better quality of light for a much longer period of time. The cost of the LED bulbs, for instance, on a wall pack, to convert one, the bulb is generally running about $50 a bulb, where the old metal halide bulb would have been $20 or $30. So you might have twice the cost of the bulb, but the bulb's going to last 3 times as long. So and leaving the fixture in place, I think, is the right thing. You got less opportunity for the building to be damaged, holes that show where the old one was attached, etc. On the interior fixtures, you might have a 2x4 fluorescent trough light. It's got the T8 fluorescent tubes in it, 4 feet long. Some of the older buildings might still have some T12s, the much larger ones. For a long time, I was converting the T12s to T8s, but those are really now obsolete. Most everybody's, if you retrofit, you're moving from either the T8 or the T12 directly to an LED. And those work beautifully too. If the fixture is a quality fixture and it's not damaged, just eliminate the ballast, buy a good quality LED tube. They call them tubes, but they're not really tubes anymore. They're just a plastic stick with LED things on them, I guess. So, I generally retrofit those instead of replacing the fixtures.